Hey guys, I wanted to give you some help on the part 4 of this lesson that started discrete versus continuous. On your document, this is probably called lesson 1-2. It's been renamed. And the last page, part 4. So there are two functions, f of x and g of x. So you want to pay attention to what letter it's saying. And these are combinations. We're either we're subtracting functions. Here we're going to multiply and then add. And then these, I'll talk about these in a minute. So here's an addition 1, and this one you're going to multiply in the end with a -1. So there's these ones where we're operating, and then there's these other ones here that are called composite, that we take the input of one and put it into the other. So they're kind of like, we're going to either work them side by side. This is a side by side, or we're going to work from the inside out. So the first one will be a side by side. So I like to kind of divide it up, my space. And you're just going to do each part separately. So I'm going to do f of 4 and do that over here. And so I'm just thinking about what is this number? And so I find the f function, which is 3x plus 4. And I'm going to put the 4 in, because that's the x that needs to go. So where does the x go? It goes right here. So I'm going to mark it with the parentheses. And then instead of the x, I'm going to write the 4. That's what goes inside. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 4. So this part is worth 16. Now I'm just going to work, what is the second part, the g of 1. So let me just work that. Now I'm going to go for this one, go to g. So it says x squared minus 1. I'm going to mark the x. I'm going to put the 1 in. Now 1 squared is 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Then minus 1 is 0. And then now that I've worked, what is this value? The value of this function of 4 is 16. The value of g at 1 is 0. And then the very last thing I'm going to subtract to get the final answer. See, this is one where I'm going to work side by side and then do whatever it says in the middle. Now, some of these we're going to work from the inside out. It says here, the inside out. So I'm going to work just the inside. I'm just going to figure out what is this value? G of -1. So g of -1. I'm just going to figure out what that amount is. So here's g. There's x squared minus 1. Whatever x is, I've just marked it with the parentheses. So x is -1. -1 times -1 is +1. Minus 1 would be 0. So here, I'm going to take the 0 and bring it back here. So whatever this is going to be 0. So I'm going to have 3 times 0 plus 2. Because I figured this part out. And I'm going to put it, then I'm going to plug it back in. 3 times 0. Anything times 0 is 0. 0 plus 2. 2. Final answer. Yeah, so you're going to work from the inside out. So whatever the inside is, you're just going to work that. So this one is called a composite because it's a function of the function of. It's two functions. So I'm going to first find the inside. Again, work from the inside out. G of 1 x squared minus 1, x squared minus 1, 1 times 1, which is 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1, minus 1 is 0. The 0 comes back in, and now I use that 0 is the input for the other function. So now I'm going to find f of 0. All of this, all of that is worth 0. So f of 0 and the function f is 3x plus 4, 3x plus 4. X is the 0. 3 times 0 plus 4. And there is my final answer. So that's the 3 I'm going to work to kind of get you started. Work the inside first and then take it to the outside. This one you're going to work side by side. You're going to find this number and this number. And the very end, you'll add them. This one, you're going to work from the inside out. Do the inside. At the very end, what answer you get, you're going to multiply with this -1. The 1 part is invisible. You see the negative, but you can treat that like a -1 multiplied by whatever this answer is. Do the inside part, then take that number. It becomes the input to f. This is a side by side. Find this one and find this one, the very end, subtract it. Hope that helps. Have a good one.